Well, hello and welcome to another real life shed video. Just want to come out here and look at some stuff with all the things that have been kind of announced for Lego Legacy. I guess not really announced. Uh, Spoiled, I guess, by the new app icons. Where's the right here? Here we go. I don't have the other chick. I don't actually get too much of Nexonite's Wave 2. But I did want to come through and make a little video in my collection of some various different things and going over what I think could be other interesting picks for Halloween. Or at least like a Halloween update, because like it might be just like random spooky-ish stuff, which is actually kind of neat. But yeah, I'm going to be going through some of the various different things that I own. Probably lots of custom. I might take some down, put them on the desk there, at least for some of the different bits. But let's go ahead and get started with one of the things since we have the most kind of confirmed, which is Monster Butler, which came in this really nice haunted house set here, which is right behind it. I think there was those 4 figs, plus I think the 2 ghosts I have up there on the roof, which I mean, put them down, they're not the most interesting. But really nice figures. These were part of Monster Fighters. It was their like really nice big set. Honestly, all these figs are really nice. But I probably would have picked like one of these 2 instead. Maybe her. I don't know if she actually came in one of the other sets. Or even the zombie chef I think could have been cool. But I mean, I guess that is different. I don't know if we need more zombies. But yeah, you got him. Also, I'm going to try to close up this set right quick. Let me just put them over there to the side so you can, well, first see, maybe get a little bit more of an inside look at it. Also, they came with that gate that is over there, but it doesn't really have too great of a place to put it. As you might be able to see, I'm still kind of in the process of getting all this put together. Yeah, there we go. Really nice set. Does not like to be moved. A lot of the stuff that goes on to it to give it the detail, especially the kind of rundown stuff, doesn't really stick very well, especially if you touch it. Let me go ahead and move those figs back over here before I leave so I can put them back up later, because if not I'll forget about it, especially with it being this high up. No, that's the regular zombie. One of the Bat Minions, but I think that was the one actually from Collectible Minifigures. Zombie Chef, yeah, there we go. I think I actually got some of these in like a random collectible repack. It had like a tombstone. I think there it is with a little nice build there. So that's that set. There's other Monster Fighter stuff that I think honestly would be pretty good. I think that's one of them there. I think it was, yeah, that's one of the things. It had like a werewolf that would jump out of it. There's the dude that came with it to hunt the werewolf. Those figures are really nice. Would love to see them in here. Not actually sure what I did with the werewolf. Also still work on mixing some of these other things in. Going to be putting some hidden side stuff in there, which would also be another excellent pick. But you have them, and then you have perhaps maybe my favorite set. Though, well, it would be my favorite if it actually worked with the railroad tracks. But that would be down here, the ghost train. I think it's supposed to be like flying. I mean, it's a ghost train, but just ghosts, which we already basically have that. So for that one, I think I have the biplane for it sitting on the other side of the stack of boxes over there. I don't know if I got too many other sets for Monster Fighters. But so you have those. I don't know if we'll be getting other things for it or not. It feels like it might be a mix match, which is kind of neat. Other things worth mentioning though is Hidden Side. Have some of those sets kind of just scattered around. Did I put them down there yet? I kind of have my like swampy area here, which is where I'm going to be putting some of the different things. Cause I think you have like the shrimp boat. Yeah, the front part of the shrimp boat. That's why it looks so weird. It kind of breaks apart and it goes up on some rocks, which No, that's just some criminals on a lock. I can't remember if I've already moved that over here or not. But you had some really cool stuff with them, honestly. We say we should probably got them instead of Ghostbusters, but that's just me. But you had them. That's their haunted train station. Honestly, some cool little things put into some of those builds. But yeah, those would be pretty good. Lots of really cool ghosts there. Some of them we could make it basic enough. They do have a lot of unique pieces to make some of them lots more complicated. Probably more animations. But yeah, you probably could get away without doing too much for those. One other theme I can maybe see getting added in a little bit more, though we already technically have it in. Well, we really do. Would be some of the Ninjago stuff. The Skull Can, I think, would work very well, and I probably could reuse a bunch of the skeleton animations for them. Would, I think, fit with Gamma Army, because they were under his control in the first season. The walkout first season. People say pilot, but I don't know, I count it as a season. You go with some of them, they would kind of fit. I think they came back a little bit every now and then. But that one, I think, would be a good one to work in. And that's kind of my placeholder spooky shelf. These things were also over there. But you also have the possession wave or whatever of Ninjago, where you had the ghost attack, which I say we'd get these as figs. But you had these little guys with them. If I'm not mistaken, these things actually exist in the game, but they fly around Pip Town for the Ghostbusters version of the home screen, which is kind of interesting because you could probably put them in there as some attack animations. And here's the guy. I think I only had a few of these because it came, I think, just with this set. Probably not the guy on the left, mostly because his legs, I don't know, might be too special, might need more animation. I'm not sure who he is. I don't remember if he's actually a ghost or he's possessed Cole Lloyd, somebody. I don't know. There was some lore for this one. I just thought the set looked really cool. I mean, the proper Chinese dragon, but also an evil ghost thing. Yeah, really cool. That guy over there probably could work. I don't know. Who just has some ghostly features. I mean, I guess he could as well, but I don't know exactly his lore. But just throw some of them in, like one or two of those. I mean, we have Ruiner, we have the Monster Butler, and you could have a Ghost Ninja, which is maybe a big City of Sticks a little bit too. Throw in some extra synergy for them. I think that could look really cool, and it would actually work with these ghosts, which honestly is pretty cool to me. But to move on, love that set. Over here, something that could also work. I mean, I guess Power Mine is good. Used to the set being up there. Is some of the Pharaoh's Quest stuff, I mean, just mummies in general, could honestly work pretty well. But I don't know, throw in some of these things. Give me, I don't know if I have any of them readily available, but it was the Anubis gods. I think they're right there. I don't know, I think those just were really cool looking figs. Something like this. Throw them in. You wouldn't need that much new stuff. Let's see if I can get where it's going to focus a little bit better. Hello? There we go. Something like that. Honestly, that would be a really cool fig to have in the game. Could definitely work for scary. Some cool weapons, some other things. Just throw in some various different things from Pharaoh's Quest, and I'm sure that one could work pretty well. It is drop you up there. Also, just really like that Anubis too. But there's a couple different mummy things. I mean, you go with one of the flying mummies with the wings, the regular mummies, the mummies with the snakes. I don't know, have them throw out some snakes for one of the attacks. We'll just go with the actual Pharaoh himself. I guess I'm going to be doing some stuff going on now. Let's see, do I have them still up here? At one point I had the old basic Frankenstein and his monster up here. Just had them just here hiding under the prison, but I don't know where they are now after moving. But I guess the next stuff, I'm gonna have to do a quick little cut because I'm gonna bring that stuff out to place on here. So give me a couple of seconds. Okay, so the next quick possibility would be some more video. Of course, there's some more spooky ones, also some more simple spooky ones in the next wave. Wave 2, which I didn't really get any of, do want to collect some of them at some point. But you do have the Banshee Singer, which I feel like would be out because of her legs. The Shark Singer, which would actually be pirates, but I don't know, Jaws. You might think a little bit scary. I just would really like them. And then you have the Werewolf Drummer. I think a werewolf hitting people with bones should probably work. Also, maybe not the most spooky, but you do have the, what, I think Metal Dragon that they call it. You can do like rock music or something. Singer. Hey, maybe fire as well. Maybe fire breathing dragon. I don't know. Spits hot fire. You'd have some other tags in there, but you do have them. Also, this is the little back for their thing too, which I think looks pretty cool if I do say so myself. But yeah, that's some of the video rep. Of course, there's, like I said, there's other ones you could do as well, but I just don't have those, and I'm just doing some ones from my own collection. Okay, here's some stuff from the first wave, or the first, like, over arc, or I guess first arc of Nexo Knights. But yeah, you had all these like living creatures basically, like all the different vehicles were basically supposed to be alive. And you had all these little things like the disc were these actual creatures, was prints. There was little balls back there were creatures. All the stuff supposed to come from I think this book, which was the monster book. One of the different creatures actually escaping right there from it. A really nice use of that. You have the catapult creature with actually one of the people inside of it. Yeah, don't ask me why he's actually sitting inside of the mouth of that creature, but he is. That one, yeah, I think it was also a creature too. You had these power packs to make some of the people extra big, and you had these little stands that came with it. Probably a little too complicated there, but yeah, you see all the stuff she has. Wing. I think she did have regular legs at some point, which is what, right there? Where are the legs? Yeah, there's her legs. Behind one of the different things she has there. Behind one of her new legs. But yeah, all these different power-ups. I think she shot snakes or something. That giant staff, which was just way too big to hold. But yeah, lots of crazy stuff going on there with them. Some of these little funny enemies might be kind of neat to see some of them come in like an animation or something. And just some various different like mook troops. Lots of interesting weapons, prints, helmets. Some nice hair on some of these guys. I don't know. So there's some very interesting. Also, lots of these probably could be hot. I think these might be more like lava creatures, though some of them actually were on fire. Some other things. I'm gonna get the rest of them right quick. The stuff I have for this though. So two more really cool ones were these. These like I said, vehicles. These supposed to be like giant living versions of those balls that we saw earlier. Small ones. You also have this creature here, or vehicle, but I mean they all have like mouths. Some of them even have eyes. So I think this is actually supposed to be alive. He has that really cool one. I think it was called Magma Crusher or something. Crush Crusher, Crush Stomper or something like that. And this one was Beastmaster. Supposed to be in charge of all the different creatures. Also had some neat features in some of these. I think it's supposed to be kind of like it did this while moving too somehow. Would open up these mouths simultaneously. I think it was supposed to be like you pushed it and something turned. Of course, this one, when it drives, it... let's see if I can grab it well. It would actually crush it as it moved on. I mean, some, honestly, really nice builds here. Really did like the Nexo Knights, at least for the enemies. Some of the hero stuff was neat, but I didn't like as much of their stuff as I did these enemy designs. But this is just part 2 of 4. So let's get on to part 3 right quick. Okay, next up you had like, I think the very first release sort of headquarters of the bad guy, or who was thought to be the bad guy at that point. I believe his name was Jestro, the wizard here, though I think he was possessed by an evil force. So you also have that really cool character here pulling his like wagon thing. And he has that cool split colors there, although also that kind of looks like it could be alive too. I don't know. All this really cool stuff. There was a little cage for it. But yeah, just some really cool things going on here. Like, that would be awesome to have in the game somehow, somewhere. I don't know, call it as an attack. But, I mean, yeah, I guess another interesting character here, you might could put Spooky King's Court maybe on that one. Something neat. So, yeah, a little correction about this being a prison. Yeah, I'm not sure if that led to a at least conventional prison. Boo. Okay, this is actually the wave that Ruiner would have actually been from. Only owned this set from there. By me, I think this was a one worth getting. Really nice. Also, here's some of the figs. I think this is supposed to be after Jestro was no longer controlled by. That was the evil force there. There's now a cloud. And I think he shot lightning at statues and brought them to life this season or something weird like that. But he made himself like a new Jestro to control or something. Then you have like the gargoyles, which I think these would actually really cause enemies. But maybe the wings might be a little much. And then you also had this guy, which I would love for him to actually get in Legacy. He's supposed to be like a living brick, basically, that got brought to life and now has a sword and is stabbing people. But yeah, this set here is surely something. And of course, you also have this little cage thing here, which is kind of weird. I think maybe it does rotate a little bit. I don't really. Yeah, there we go. It should have to, because you also have this little stone guy back here that would like drive off down here and just, I guess, shoot people. I don't know. He has guns. Very interesting little vehicle thing here. I like it. I don't know. Kind of neat. Like, it just has some guns on it. But yeah, you have that trailer, which I think honestly looks kind of neat. A little bit castle-y. Then you have what is very interesting here. I'm going to turn this again so you can see, staring to the pure face of evil. To make it extra cool, this lifts up his hat, and it's just like a giant minifigure head, which is just really cool. And then you would have this as a little vehicle, flying vehicle thing. Just honestly, really cool. Cause I think the map mean that the vehicle itself was alive, because it also could like go to kind of slam town, like these kind of lifted up. Not like that much, but if it came like over to here, those would like go down. Yeah, I don't know. Just a lot of cool stuff going on here. Also, right quick, just to kind of finish it off, there's still like some other stuff over here. But there's the fortress, which people talking about maybe getting a new castle to go with some Nexo Knight stuff. When thought maybe it would just be Nexo Knights. I would much prefer to get like a castle like that with them, something a little bit more techy. And I think you have Murloc somewhere in there. I think he's like a little hologram screen somewhere inside of the castle. I'm not sure if it can be seen or not. Can't really get over there as much. I'm not really like breaking that one out. But yeah, just lots of really cool things I think that could be done for a new spooky update. Other things worth mentioning is you also could do Monkey Kid. I think, was it Lady Bone Demon and the Spider Queen. Could both work very well. One of the Spider Queen's minions. Don't really have any of those. I have just a few various Monkey Kid sets. Nothing too crazy. I think I do have the little spaceship thing over there. Really nice. But you don't have anything with them, so I can't show them off. Probably be a little much, but maybe even the little spider stuff from Chima, though maybe the bats too, but I think there was a little much. You can see the spider figure over there. Yeah, that would be lots to animate, take probably too much room as well. We have those. Shout out to the Moloch's Tower, the Skeleton Tower. Maybe the troll sort of stuff from Castle, but as much as I like Castle, that would probably be too much Castle. What is that castle stuff? Oh. Is it over there? Yeah, I think that's it. Might go with some of those. Maybe some of the underwater stuff. I mean, I feel like you could stretch lots of things and make a lots of space spooky if you wanted to. But if we're just doing like various odd themes, putting in like one person from that, I think video could be a good one. If you're looking for a different one. Of course, collectibles is always pretty good, so you can do a solid one from that. Ninjago could maybe use a little bit more love, and they do have some really cool, spookier enemies from that you could add in. There were also, I think, a lot of the first wave of Nexo Knights would be pretty cool, because they would be probably tagged as hot as well. So you throw them in, getting maybe some more hot stuff going. Was at one point going to make a video going over how this update could even be like the hot update. Like they could maybe retag some figures, add in like 2 or 3 of those Nexo Knights people that could be hot, and boom, you could actually have maybe enough to do a hot tag, or at least soon start doing it. Maybe you go ahead and add in one of those people that could actually be hot tagged, and then another update, maybe get some more city stuff, so in a set that you could use there, and you really could make that work. But yeah, I think that's really it for the stuff I have in my collection that you could go. I guess one other thing, though this would be too much of a repeat of last time, is you do have the Evil Wizard from the Castle 2013 line, which is the one that Royce and Lionel are from, which you could put in one of those, like the leader of that, but 3 from that might be a little much, because I think they only had 5 or 6 sets. Like, I don't know if LEGO liked it that much. 3 from them might be a little pushing it, though I would personally add in stuff a little bit differently. And I guess you could always go with some of the Dr. Inferno stuff, or Ultra Agents if you wanted to. Like, hey, throw in one of these spider guys, or this crazy radioactive chick that wants to blow up the nuclear reactor. I think that's her right there. Really cool setup there. But yeah, that's really it. Just want to do a little quick video. I think it's got kind of long now. But going over some different themes I think you could add into the game that could be kind of cool, and going over what stuff I actually own of them. I mean, stay at this long enough. I think y'all blink at some point and get you. But yeah, without further ado, this is Will signing off. Goodbye and a wonderful day. Bye-bye.